61 years ago, on a sweltering August day in Washington, D.C., the heat of a 250,000-person crowd paled in comparison to the blistering backslap of injustice and inequality. Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. knew what was at stake, a dream that would transcend the American dream. So on what would be Dr. King's 96th birthday, where do we go from here? Two new exhibits at the Northwest African American Museum are honoring that question and Dr. King's legacy of optimism.
I have a dream. This nation will rise up.
I've used metallic paint on some of this stuff, and when you have the good light on it, oh man, you could see it. That turned out real well.
Myron Curry's art began by imitating his life.
So I paint murals. I do a lot of public art, which I'm a impact-based artist, which, I think, human beings have the largest impact.
Initially bound by bars, restrained to black and white.
When I started doing art, I was incarcerated, so you're very limited on what type of materials you can have. And so all I had was one tube of black paint.
This is no time to engage in the luxury of cooling off or to take the tranquilizing drug of gradualism.
When Curry's life began imitating art,
it was an explosion of color.
Portraits of a dream.
I'm a self-taught artist. I learned whilst I was incarcerated, doing something productive with my time aside from, going to school.
We cannot walk alone.
This was sort of a self-portrait of sorts when I was 18 years old.
Ashang Helmstetter is also coloring outside the lines of the Black American experience, reflecting pains of the past through a lens of love and healing.
We think that this pain is like generations removed, but we're not. We're like right here with it still. And we need to be able to think about where we come from and who are all these people who don't get their stories told.
From unnamed servants to soldiers.
Being black is not a monolith. Being a person is not a monolith. And how can I express my own story again to try and make space for other people to share their stories as well? The ultimate goal of this is liberation for one, liberation for all, right? Like, how do we make the world a better, safer, warmer, more loving place? And maybe I can do some of that through art.
Free at last! Free at last! Thank God Almighty! We are free at last!
For more information on how to see these two new exhibits in person, head to our website, fox13seattle.com/links.